How's everybody doing? I'm just taking care of some housekeeping here quick, but the timer went off, so we'll have it on the just chatting screen for a moment. If you didn't see it in the chat, I'd like everybody to suggest some seed numbers for me to scout, but try not to make it a seed that you're familiar with so that we can all explore and keep it mysterious for everybody. I'm doing good, Thunder. Impromptu stream today. Definitely wasn't planning on doing this, but it sounded like a good idea, so. Just got your computer back after a good cleaning and some repairs. Nice. All right, no seed suggestions yet, so I'm gonna generate a random one. Not applying endurance, folk. So, nobody really knows much about seeds, Thunder. And so all you really need to know about that is seed numbers are typically 9 digits long, but they don't have to be. They can be 1. I don't think they can be more than 9. I've never really tried that, to be honest with you. So, everything is randomly generated. We don't know if certain numbers in certain locations mean that you'll get certain things or anything like that, so. Sprouts is looking for a barrier brawl. Oh, is Tyler streaming? I didn't even look to see who was streaming before I started.
Igahus Yatiham.
All right, we're almost ready here. I haven't tried to verify that, Lemonade, but I'm not sure about that, but someday I'll sit down and figure it out. But this project that I'm working on requires a non-Durin folk seed. So that's what we're doing today.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves.
Is that seed number that you entered, Lemonade, one that you're familiar with, or is that a random one that you picked or have been meaning to try? Okay. Sprouts is on a 20-stream streak. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to use Limden's seed number, the one she suggested, which is 180-303-344. Hey, Sapako. All right, here we go.
Ga igahus yatiham.
Let's put some cosmetics on, shall we?
Azim LotR Sharzuru.
Wish we could create favorites for our cosmetics or sets, so you could just click the set and apply it all. All right. Hey, alligator, how's it going? Let's get the tutorial out of the way, shall we? Actually, we're not going to worry about getting the tutorial out of the way. That's going to take too much time, especially for repeating. We're doing a bunch of seeds.
Ahi idshuk takfa baldan. Zil saksafi kahalirukinas. Firelight. We are not alone. Morigma ugid iras. Are you from our camp?
And the winds. I am Arak, son of Arak.
See if we got a loot chest over here. We do not.
Wolves! Track 'em down! They're shit. We'll kill 'em for you, boss. Not yet, fool! Orktown needs to repair. Then
Arek, what news?
wolf.
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow
Doing well,
cursed
alligator.
ruins in Moria. Our path then must go east.
I'm not sure when the last time I saw this building spawn in this location was. Nothing good in it, though. Not even a gold trimmed chest? Oh, there's one. Build lore scroll? Ooh, haven't seen this chest here in a while either. 2 gold ingots in there? I think that's what it said. Got feather nest over there. Let's do this. Map. Location. Feathers. No nest there. We got 1, 2, 3. 4 cranberries. Looks like we got a nest up there. We'll go look at that in a
Akshan
minute.
mutsa kilbalinu.
No nests up there.
Dadan bidnu.
Loot chest. And get swift bach. Actually, let's do this. Eggs.
Mukna mandurino zimad. Neha zil askifia dobu.
Evening ale. Cram and dried fruit. We're just doing campaign seeds,
There
Cal.
are many treasures deep beneath the mountains of the dwarves. For some you must
And I don't
dig
want seeds
while
that you've
the
already been
others must
through.
be poured. And when the search
I'm-
for one is
I'm just
done,
letting you
then
guys
all the
pick seeds
dwarven
for me to check
brothers
out so that we
take their
can
halls into
be
the
mysterious
halls
to
and start
everybody.
to seek another.
I love that song.
Coal. Iron.
Da azan. Gamashdum ayakalur.
Rest in peace to your timber bears. They fixed the tree wrecking bears a while ago, which was definitely unfortunate.
Evil
I didn't see a problem with that once they gave us the ability to replant trees. Or to grow trees, I should say.
Oh, maybe we can get into the old mines.
Okay, we're gonna speed
Find
this
a
up
way
a little
back
bit. We're
onto
gonna make sure that
Durin's
we've
highway
got
from there.
a good building seed, and then worry about whether or not there's good loot in it. Cranberry Grotto. Yeah, this isn't terrible, but I don't care for it. That statue being there. Coal. statue down there, that's not a problem. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cranberries. That's good. Solid number of cranberries in the grotto. Got a forge up here, and we got iron up here. There's your coal and iron in the seed lemonade. And just 2 entrances. We're gonna head back this way for now. Hey, Tyler. The statue in the Cranberry Grotto lemonade. It's like a obelisk with it's like a little obelisk with Jesus, have a forge. Little obelisk with some mini memorial flames on it. We're getting ready to run back in there right now, so you'll get another look at it. Just a squared column. Jesus. With mini memorial flames on it. I've got one in my bare knuckle brawler base in the Cranberry Grotto. It's down in the water. Sits right there in the middle. Right there. They're always on these stairs like this, and then all the junk that's around it you can destroy, but wagon repair. Statue. Another wagon repair. There's a lot of repeat buildings in this thing. This statue sucks. I hate it when they put a statue here. We got a wagon repair down there, and our axe fragment. King's brew tank back here in the corner. Yeah, it's a deal breaker for me too. So no sense in dipping into the Elven Quarter, because this right here is terrible. Also, I didn't see the Unbreakable. Oh, we haven't. It doesn't matter, because this is already a deal breaker. But the Unbreakable statue is probably down this way somewhere. There's probably a room right here, and then maybe one that comes off this way. Alright. So, leave that world. Confirm. I'm gonna delete that. Alright, looking for a seed number, folks. If you don't give me one by the time I'm ready to put the seed number in, then I will randomly generate one. Oh, come on, Tyler, you're better than that. No Duran's folk. All right, Tyler. Thunder wants to know what's going to happen, so... There we go. See what you've done, Tyler? Just going to put this out there now. When it comes time to select the next seed, I'm not going to go back through the chat to look for a seed number. If I can see it in the chat, I'll use it, but I'm not going to scroll back.
Ga igahus yatiham. Azim, LotR Sharzuru. Ahi idshuk takfa baldan, zil saksafti kahalirukinas. Morikma ugid iras. Are you from our camp?
And the winds. I am Arab.
No loot chest in there.
Wolves! Track 'em down!
Thanks, Tyler.
Their scent.
No nest.
Not yet!
No nest.
Orktown needs to prepare.
King's Brew tank.
We feast on wolf flesh.
We'll mark that.
Wait for my signal.
Got an egg nest over there. We're not looking at loot chests. Don't get caught up in that. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cranberries at Ori's camp. That's awesome. That's solid. We're gonna look for all the nests in this area before we mark them.
Dadan bidnu.
We just got one so far. One egg nest. Evening nail building with no evening nail. It's terrible. It's a travesty.
Mukna mandurino zimad. Neha?
No more
zil
nests.
askifia dobo.
We gotta look for a loot chest over here first. No, we're not looking for loot chests. Damn it. I love these rooms. We got iron. We got iron. We got coal. What do we got for a house? Oh, we got a house. Not terrible. I really love an evening ale building right here.
These shadow vents are almost as bad as those cursed runes.
Evening ale. And we have ale. Farm boxes there. I like having a house in this location. Have to take these out, but it's kind of a crappy spot for a statue, though. Not terrible, but it could be better. All right. Ooh, I didn't notice this. How did I miss that? That sucks. That might be a deal breaker. Cranberry Grotto. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. At least we got the 6 or whatever it was back at Ori's. What do we got here? Is it not going to tell us what it is? Am I going to have to mine that? Coal. Alright. We got a feather nest, and that looks like an egg nest. Another nest over there. Eggs. Ooh, 5 nests in here. Might make up for that broken statue. So that was eggs, feathers. Feathers. Is that 6 nests? No, that's a freaking speck of dust on my screen. Hey, Cal. We're just doing some seed scouting. We're on our second seed. So that was 3 eggs, feathers. I think this one's feathers over here too, right? How are you, Cal? Yep, 2 feathers, 3 eggs. I actually need 4. Ah, come on.
Send in the goats!
Yes, and it has iron and coal. It's a great little room for rally stone. Especially if you can get these damn NPCs to harvest nests, right? It does have 3 entrances. But that doesn't really bother me. I understand why people would want just 1 entrance. Make it defensible, but you put your first hearth by one of those close to one of the entrances, and you're only ever going to get sieges at the 1 entrance. So there's the Memorial Flame obelisk. Yeah. Damn it. I don't know, though. Maybe. Maybe we keep it. 2 feather nests. Forge. Sometimes there's nests up there. Another King's Brew. I think that statue might be worth dealing with. If this were an evening ale building, it would definitely be worth dealing with. We're not going to delete this seed right away.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Sorry, Cal. Won't happen again. That's a lie. It's definitely going to happen again. Sometimes there's nests up here. Not today. You're on PC, right, Lemonade? So this is the cranberry room right here, this square right here. So there's one way into here, and then a way that leads out here, and a way that leads south. North, south, and west. That is weird. That's it's worth noting.
Zahar Lindul Enut?
Sorry, Cal. Let's double check your seed number. Let's double check my seed number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure that you entered your seed number the same as mine, please. Alright, 1 egg, 1 feather, 2 feather. Alright, we're going to do this.
Over there! What is that?
Isengard was better than this black pit. This is all we got now.
This statue sucks, but not a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker right there. We're done. Oh, that's frustrating. That cranberry room was so good, though.
Who would choose to live here? Not enough meat, too many wolves. I'll get you both. All of them.
All right. Did that cranberry room have the same amount of nests and such? Lemonade? And did you double check the seed number? Yeah, there's so many cranberries in those sandbox rooms. I think the most I've seen is 16. 15. No, I was just wondering if you double checked to make sure that your seed number in this world was entered the same as my seed number, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are going to do the reverse of that just to see, just because I'm curious. SSB. Scout 3. Okay, so you did the one that Cal suggested. Tyler had suggested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then Thunder wanted to see what that would look like, so that's the one that I went with. Sorry about that. So we're going to do the reverse of that one. So we're going to do 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take turns, folk off. Create campaign.
Ga igahus yatiham. Azim, LotR Sharzuru, Ahi Idshuk Takfa Baldan, Zil Saksafi Kahaliru Kinas. Morikma Ugid Iras.
Talk.
Are you from our camp?
And the winds. I am Arik, son of...
There's a nest up there. There's a nest up there. No nest over there.
Not yet, fool! Walktown needs to prepare. Then we feast on dwarf
Eggs. Ooh, 2 nests over there.
Wait for my signal.
so we got 2 eggs and feathers. And 1, 2, 3, 4 cranberries. I think that's 2 back there. Let me check. Yep.
Arek, what news?
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cursed ruins in Moria. Our path, then, must go east.
Long journey. You must prepare. Up here, at that old dwarven camp.
You are right. It is time to find shelter before making our way further.
I will scout
We have 2 eggs or 2 feathers.
stay alive.
Sorry, folks, my memory is trash. 2 eggs. Egg. King's Brew Tank. We have an unfortunately placed statue, but it's not going to be a deal breaker.
Mukna mandurino zima. Niha zil askifia dogo.
Come on, switch. Hey, evening ale building in my favorite room. Let's see if it's okay. Sometimes it usually happens at the one in the mines, but sometimes the rocks push through this wall and make this unusable. So always got to check that. No bad statue. We have iron and coal. Wait, was this iron or is this coal? Yeah, that was iron. Okay.
These shadow vents are almost as bad as those cursed runes.
Evil curses.
Two entrances to that room, and one of them is Durance Highway, so that's not terrible. Resource pillar room. Coal. Gonna make me mine that. Oh, iron. Iron. There's the unbreakable statue. That's an okay location for it. It's not great, but it's not terrible. You can just wall that whole thing off and not look at it. So, I'm working on a super secret project, Kel. So I can't really say too much. Just doing some seed scouting, noting some stuff. I mean, seed scouting can be good for anybody, right? So, things that I typically look for when I'm seed scouting are number of cranberry. It depends if I'm looking for a playthrough world, like a fun playthrough world, or usually I'm looking for a building world, right? So things that I want to avoid for a building world is this statue is what we refer to as the unrepairable statue. And sometimes it can be in some really terrible places. Like that room back there that we just found evening ale in, it can spawn in the middle of that room. It can spawn in these resource pillar rooms in this middle kind of thoroughfare location, or it can spawn over here. So, but again, I can just build adamant around that and make it like a decorative column type of a thing and cover it up and block it. So this isn't a bad location for it. Sometimes it can spawn in a couple spots in the cranberry room. That sucks. It can also spawn in, I mean, it can spawn anywhere, but this is probably the only acceptable place for it to spawn, in my opinion. So, look for nests, especially now with NPCs, the resources are more prominent on my list of things. So we got some coal over there. We'll have to head up there in a second to see what that is. We've got the memorial flame obelisk over there. That's not a great location for it, but it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cranberry plots. A statue over there. No nests. That sucks. Not a deal breaker, but it sucks. So this is, like I said, this isn't great, but it's not terrible. I usually like to that piece right there can't be destroyed, so I like to build a bridge over here, and that kind of blocks that bridge, but I also like to build a bridge from here over to there too, so that's not bad. This is a dead-end cranberry room, only one entrance, so that's good. What did we say, 9? There's 1, 2, no, 7. 7 cranberries. And this is just coal and coal. There's the axe fragment. You don't very often see the axe fragment in here. Cranberries are like, that's your breakfast in the early game, right? On the hearth, cranberries, roasted cranberries for breakfast. On the roasting pit, roasted fruit, which is cranberries and crab apples. So if you're doing a playthrough and you're looking for that breakfast buff, you want that. Yeah, I always like to find an evening ale building too. You know, I get excited about the evening ale buildings, especially for a clean playthrough in in Westgate. They don't spawn anywhere else other than Westgate, so that sucks. But no evening ale building is not a deal breaker, but it's really nice to have. Yeah, cranberries make evening ale too. You're right, Cal. Cranberries are used in a lot of stuff in the game, so. Alright. No bad statues in here. Sometimes you get an evening ale building over here. Sometimes you get one over there in the shadow. Those would both be nice, but again, not a deal breaker. This is so far shaped up to be a decent seed. It's kind of short on the... It doesn't have any nest in the cranberry room, so that sucks, but... Maybe we'll get a bunch of them in the Elven Quarter. No, none up there. And really, as long as you have just a handful of cranberry patches in all of Westgate, you can immediately start farming them, so... in the cranberry room, if nothing else. Alright. Eggs and feathers.
Over there! What is that?
Got a house on a forge, that's nice. Hey, there's the bear nest. This is one of 2 acceptable locations for a bear nest for me. The other one, the other acceptable location for it is over here.
The old mines. Find a way back onto
Right here.
Dolan's highway from there.
To the east of the forge. So, we're good there.
Who would choose to live here? Not enough meat and too many orcs. All these fools, all of them.
So, in case anybody doesn't know, there's always 2 bear nests in the Elven Quarter. One of them is static. Always spawns. One of them always spawns right over here. The other one can be where it's currently located. Which is right over there. That's an acceptable location.
What is that?
It can be over there to the left of the forge.
What is that?
That's an acceptable location. It can be over there by that house.
What is that?
You can work with that, but I'd try to avoid it. And it can be a couple of places there. We'll just go over there. It can be like right here. It can be right here. It can even be right here. And all 3 of those are deal breakers. It can be over here. This is a deal breaker for me. Might not be for somebody else. I don't recall 3. That doesn't mean it couldn't happen, but I don't recall 3 ever happening. It can also be here, deal breaker. And it can be here, big deal breaker. Where's the blessing? Is the blessing right down here? Yep. Okay. I recall there being one time I saw it spawn over here somewhere. I can't remember if it was like right here or if it was here. I think it might have been maybe here. The Muznikan spawns here sometimes too, so. Speaking of the Muznikan, where's the Muznikan at? Did anybody see it? Yeah, there's definitely just roaming bear spawns. In here in the forge is over in the corner is a common place for bears to spawn. They spawn right here and then go wandering around. They'll do the full circle of the Elven Quarter. Muznikan might be over by that bear nest. Sometimes it spawns right here where the statue is. It's not really important where it's at, but now I feel like I need to know.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
There it is. Yeah, I agree. I even had a friend come in and use the debug menu to see if they could remove a bear nest, and those bear nests are broken into like a few different pieces, and one of them is included in the mesh of the ground, so you can't even get rid of it with the debug menu, which sucks. Alright, now the things I look for in the mines. Feathers, or nests, obviously. We got one right there already. I didn't do a good job of searching for feathers in the Elven Quarter. We might need to run back there for nests. Not feathers. Eggs are more important than feathers. In my opinion. So I'm not going to search this whole area. There's always plenty of nests in the mines. But you can go all the way up there searching for loot boxes and nests and oats and parsnips and all the things. Honey, different ores. A Muznikan chest that spawns in a random location, like the one in the Elven Quarter and the one in the mines and in the lower deeps, anywhere but. Okay, so the static Muznikan chests are Ori's, always spawns in the same spot, and Fundan's always spawns in the same spot. The other ones are all random, but they can spawn anywhere that a statue can spawn. Anywhere that a repairable statue can spawn. Hey, we got an evening ale building over here. And it has evening ale. That deserves a celebratory drink.
Mystery pie for dinner. Alpha cooked a feast, but Alpha must have used his axe to pick the recipe. Stones instead of berries. Alpha makes robust. Alpha dusted soil atop to brown the crackling crust. Narzun, Banud, a blunder.
2 gold and silver plus 2 gold and 2 silver, or 1 and 1, and precious gems. That's awesome. That's a good mines. So somebody could make. Oh, before I talk, let's go upstairs. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Like, it sucks that this happens. Like, the building spawns a little bit too pushed into this rock wall. Doesn't always do it, but when it does, it sucks. Like, I have found evening ale buildings in this location before and been able to tear them apart when this happens and save this keg, but it is a colossal pain in the ass. It might not be worth it to some, but I won't call it a deal breaker, but some might. For my purposes today, for the super secret project, it is not a deal breaker. Hung go see what we have for ore. 2 of each. Wow. That is good. That's not what I wanted to do. Have my torch in an odd spot. Actually, we're going to switch that. Alright, we got 10. Sometimes there's oats over here. We got 1 patch of oats. I think I've seen as many as 4. Not going to mark it on my map, but... Got a farmhouse building here. These are worth noting. I'm not going to mark it on my map, but worth noting just because it's free farm plots, right? And if you're going to be running back and forth trying to farm stuff, might as well make use of it. Storage building. We got coal. We got coal. We got precious gems. Precious gems are nice, but I don't get all geeked out about them. We got parsnips. We got plenty of oats here. That's a good bunch of oats. We got iron. We got copper. Got a couple patches of oats out front here. Big opening over there. That's always interesting. And we got feathers. And that's probably eggs from the looks of it. Yep, eggs and feathers. So that's nice. Not going to mark it on the map, but...
Arbu Hakshan Palinur.
Yeah, I'm looking at this particular seed run from a point of no Durance folk. Obviously, I can add Durance folk at any point in time, but not considering any Durance folk for this, especially since that's what I'm going to call end game, right? But I also don't care too much about gems, like having precious gems to mine here, because I've never had a problem, even with a full company of 8 dwarves, I've never had a problem having enough gems. Sometimes diamonds, like regular diamonds, get a little scarce, but not so much so that I can't go into the darkest deeps and mine some. Copper. Got more nests. Let's see what this is. Iron. Copper. Coal. Iron. Muznikan. Copper, or coal, sorry. Precious gems. Copper. Let's go back and check that corner room. Precious gems. Precious gems, copper. Precious gems. Precious gems. Precious gems. Precious gems.
King of Azog, true Lord of Moria.
You will die just as he did.
Give him a good welcome, lads.
I didn't look up there, did I? Copper.
Who ate Ragnar? Go brutalize them.
Not great ore distribution down here, but
Bosses will make Moria ours.
so far anyways, we got a long way to go. Iron. Gold. Not good for an NPC mining setup, but gold is gold, right? Coal. Tin. I could stop looking right now and be happy with this mine setup so far. Not going to, but I could.
Imut kaldur. Ladnas mudaktas dur.
Over there. Tin there. Coal. Iron. Iron. Precious gems. Copper.
Boss is mad.
Ranger camp room.
Think he's planning to raid that Mordo lot.
Lots of oats. Ranger camp.
Ardan hakrunur. Labnun.
When do we attack? I want to taste dwarf flesh.
Iron. Copper. Copper. And coal. Coal. Lots of coal. Iron quarry. Precious gems. Nests. Iron. That's iron too. Coal. Precious gems. Precious gems. Iron. Copper. Tin. More tin. Come on.
Arik, it is good to see you. Every path has led to more curses.
Troll
Of course
room
there are
with
trolls. I hate trolls.
And tin. And tin. And tin. And precious gems. Lots of precious gems. Coal. Copper. And the path down. Alright, we're not going to take the path down. We're going to head for the lower deeps. Tin, the other troll brother to Tom, Bert, and the crew. Tom, Bert, Bill, and Tin. I'm happy with the ore distribution in the mines. We found one spot of gold. We found a ton of precious gems. We found all kinds of copper, iron, coal, and a decent amount of tin. So
Nazil Shaskifu Shabasamun Isaban. Rakhas Shaharaf.
hey, Garen's Muznikan right off the bat. That's nice and easy.
Da Sidil Igil
Sunken Moss, Blaze
Akharilu
Shroom.
Zil Askifu Kam anla idshuk tabla.
Blaze shroom. Blaze shroom. Yes, guards will attack the bears. I set up a rally stone not too far from that static bear nest. I tried to give my guards, I put 4 guards there, and I tried to give them my bare knuckle brawler weapons, which did not work for them. But I removed the bare knuckle brawler weapons and just put guard hats on all of them, and they all are silver. And then I went and aggroed the bear and ran the bear right by them, and yes, they did indeed fight them. So, salt. Strider on his YouTube channel has a video where he went into Durin's Forge and dropped a rally stone and called 4 or 5 NPCs to it, all decked out in armor and weapons. And he put up a chair and sat in the chair, and they all went after the Troll King and killed the Troll King. It was hilarious. Iron. Iron. Darkest Deeps. Lots of silver.
Oh, they'll make a tasty
Salt.
treat.
Keeping our eye out for resin. Another Darkest Deep. I wonder, can we put guard posts around the bear den just to kill it each time it spawns? Maybe. I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know how many NPCs you want to dedicate to taking out your bears on a regular basis. I find that the bears at the dens don't cause too much trouble. It's the wandering bears that don't have the den to be attached to that start walking through your stuff and breaking railings and knocking down trees and stuff like that. So,
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
I guess it depends on what your purpose for that is and whether or not you find it to be worth it. Iron.
Pasamon isabal. Nagmi, larpi, ushagut.
Not the most sunken moss I've ever seen in that area, but fair amount. Silver. Silver, silver, Jesus. Have some silver. Iron. So you said it was for a build world. Yeah, I get that. Like if you're trying to, if you've got bears breaking stuff and you're trying to prevent that, then it's probably worth it. Also, again, depending on what you want to use your NPCs for, right? I should have brought some a box. Or my Durin's armor. Jesus, with the silver.
We got orcs!
I tend to find a lot of copper and tin in the Warren of the Deep Orcs. Tin. Tin. Let's go to the side first. More tin. I still get, I still feel like it's pretty random. Tin. I mean, I don't think some seeds I don't find any silver, gold, or precious gems in, except for in Orc Town, where I usually find precious gems. Copper, tin. Hey, Jubo, how's it going? We're on our 3rd seed scout, I think. Going the wrong way. Missed the door. So far, the first 2 were a bust. They had some deal breakers. Bad bear nest in one spot and some bad statues in another spot. Copper. Nope, I'm not planning on checking out alligator. Well, maybe I'll check out alligators in a minute, but not for the purposes of going all the way and checking out his horizontal darkest deep situation, just to see if anything else is worth it. Just to see what the beginning part of the seed is like. We're gonna finish scouting out these darkest deeps here. Or lower deeps, not darkest deeps. And then we'll probably move on to another seed. Going the wrong way again. Pay attention to the map, X. Speed boots do that to me, though. Another darkest deeps room. Still no resin, which is bothersome to me. But we still have over half to go, I think. Probably half. And we already found Garen's Muznikan. Garen's Muznikan is right here in the first room. Right smack in the middle of the hallway. Anybody goes to the Discord and says, I can't find it in this seed, just needs to pack it in. Iron. Fucking silver. Iron. Salt. I'm doing okay in salt down here. More salt over there. This seems really small. And of course it's silver. Watch out for the kill box. There used to be a statue that spawned over here sometimes. I haven't seen that statue spawn in a long, long time, though. Okay, we're going to run back over to this door, just because I'm not sure there's going to be a connection. Yeah, the ones in the Desolation don't ever have evening ale kegs in them, lemonade. But, you know, some... I've had as many as 5 evening ale kegs in the Western Halls. That's 4 in Westgate and 1 in the mines. But I've also had plenty of seeds that didn't have any, or that had an evening ale building that didn't have a keg in them. Roll.
Tulu! Natanuzuno?
Salt. 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 Is there any? Yep, salt up there. Okay. Axe fragment. Ranger camp room. Plenty of oats in there. And there's our ranger camp. Silver. Of course it's silver. Super secret seed scouts, Jubo. I have a top secret project I'm not telling anybody about. So I just figured I'd let everybody see the seeds I was finding in case they saw something they liked. We'll do a review of this seed before I jump to the next one. Salt. Can I make it? Nope, can't make it. Silver. I gotta climb back up there. Super secret, Jubo. That means nobody knows but me. Sorry. Don't be offended. Resin. That's our first resin. No, that's not just granite. What the... Iron. I mean, obviously everybody will know about it at some point in time, otherwise I wouldn't have told anybody I had a secret, but I'm leaving everybody hanging. Oh, I need to go back that way. First stage tomb, but we already found the Muzinkan and we already found the ranger camp, so we're just gonna go around the horn here and get out of here. All right. No shortage of silver in this seed, that's for damn sure. Iron over there. No shortage of iron or coal either. Good amount of nests around here. Quarry room. What's it gonna be? Make it resin. Just gotta make up for that. Damn, it's iron. No copper. Let's go over to the other side. Jesus. I don't know why I thought it could possibly be anything else. Hey, there's some resin. That's 2 spots of resin. Just got a troll wandering around in here. Silver and salt.
Then we'll kill them all.
Five gifted subs. Thank you to the anonymous gifter. That is awesome. I appreciate that. That was another thing I wanted to talk about today. My timer got away from me, so I didn't get to implement it before I started the stream. But I'm going to do a community goal, and you guys let me know how you feel about it. Community goal. I don't know what the points, required points to unlock it are going to be, but let's do a community seed scout. What I'll do is I will set up 2 different times, at least 2 different times, since my stream schedule is so varied, right? I'll try to do one for kind of like during the week, like late morning, and then we'll set up another one that maybe on a on a weekend, a Saturday or a Sunday, or maybe a Friday evening. I know that I usually do the Moot Talk thing on Friday evenings, but for a community challenge thing, I might be willing to forego that for one evening. Hey, Fox, how are ya? I'm doing well. All right, let's take a look at our map. Okay, we're gonna head back and find the Pilgrim Library. Hey, there's more resin. Glad I came over there and looked. Yeah, happy Sunday. This is where you're currently at in your game. Yeah. I'm just doing a seed scout. I started this fresh today and just running through with some dev gear on, checking out the seed, letting everybody else check out the seed, just for fun. Fuck, more silver. More silver. Hey, let's go see if we can find some more silver. Salt. Yeah, I thought the glow made it look like resin too, Jubo.
We got orcs!
We got in 2 of these rooms? Not very often I see 2. This isn't the one I was in before, was it? Nope. Okay.
Yamat lastin da shamano.
This is a crazy room. We're missing a wall here. I guess it's not that crazy. It just came in from a weird angle. Okay. There's more resin. Alright, I feel good about the resin now. Not great. Could certainly do with less salt and more resin, but otherwise I think we're okay. So, Fox, I have I have 2 dev items with me. I have speed boots. They've got. I didn't notice they changed the description on that. It says with fur. And then we've got the dev gloves. The dev gloves make you invulnerable to mortal wounds and invisible to enemies. So I can launch myself off at any height. I won't die from falling. Enemies can't see me. Moths can see me because I have this light, but they attack me and they don't do damage. So I can't starve to death. I will go into the starving condition, but you won't actually die from starving. You won't take any damage from starving. So I always do recommend that everybody complete a clean vanilla playthrough before they dip into dev items and mods, but that's entirely up to the person playing the game. So There is a community warehouse. I'm not sure what the quality of the community warehouse is these days. But there's a community warehouse, and they are hidden in a secret room in the community warehouse. Somebody used the debug menu to unlock them, to search the game files and find them, so that's how that works. Let's get rid of this shadow before I go back into it. Yeah, I think that Nightcrawler offered to give them his script for the every 2-hour restock, and they haven't responded to him. The person that's running the warehouse, that's hosting the warehouse servers now. So, but I have my own personal warehouses now. You can also download that warehouse file, Fox, and then just load it into your own game so that you have it. And you can visit it, and then you can reload it yourself when it runs low. Assault. Oh, we're already Shadow Curse, so let's run back through here. Silver. Salt. Salt. Hey, Tyler, thanks for the raid. Fox, were you a raid? I didn't... If I missed that, I'm sorry. You guys can all check out Fox over on her Twitch channel. She streams a variety of games. Why is my Nightbot moderating anything? I thought I shut that down. It is the thought that counts, Tyler. I appreciate it. Nope, going the wrong way. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I was certain that I shut Nightbot down. Obviously not certain enough, but... And another Darkest Deep. Okay. We're gonna call it for this seed, guys. We'll jump into another seed here in a second. So let's take a look at our map and see what we got so far. We didn't mark really anything down here. We got the Muznikan right here. We did find the Ranger camp. And we'll go back to Western Halls. There is, in the lower deeps, there's a ton of silver. A lot of iron. Really great amount of salt. And not so much resin, but enough resin, right? I think everybody will be okay. And there might be some more resin on the other side of Belghost Forge. We're not going over there. We're not dealing with that right now. But let's get back to the map. Okay, go up. We didn't really mark anything in the mines either. We did find the Ranger camp and the Troll room on the top level, so we didn't proceed to the bottom. We found a good amount of tin, a good amount of copper, coal, iron, lots of precious gems, and one spot of gold. But again, we didn't go down to the lower section of the mines, so there might be more gold down there. Who knows what's down there? And then Elven Quarter. The Bear Den is in an acceptable location just to the east of Narvi's Forge. And I didn't search, we'll run back there. I didn't search for all the nests. I just found those first two. I could have done a much better job looking around for that. Oh, also in the mines, we've got an Evening Ale Inn in the top corner of the mines there. That is not really usable in the upstairs. If you wanted to try and tear it down and save that Evening Ale barrel, you could. I've been successful in doing that before, but it is a pain in the ass. But regardless, there's an Evening Ale barrel there. And we've got one feather nest in the room before the Elven Quarter of Westgate. And we have a dead-end cranberry grotto, just one way in and out of there. It's got 7 cranberry patches, but no nests. Just before Durin's Highway, we have an Evening Ale Inn. That's nice. We have a King's Brew tank across from Ori's there. And in that room we have 2 feather nests, 1 egg nest, and 4 cranberry patches. What else do I have marked there? I can't tell. We'll go back there in a minute. Hey, Paladin. So, I've got a project that I'm working on, Fox. You're asking why I was doing this. I've got a super secret project I'm working on, which is why I'm specifically in here doing it today. The reason I'm streaming it is because other people like to seed scout, like to see what a seed can offer. A lot of people do it to find good building locations, so they can do big builds. So everybody has their own thing that they kind of look for. So while I'm doing these seed scouts, if there's anything that anybody's interested in, like some people have been interested in a dead-end cranberry grotto that only has one way in and out of it. Some people like to see what kind of ore distribution is in certain rooms so that they can set up NPCs to mine there and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. We didn't put a map stone in the Elven Quarter. We'll go back to the mines. Yeah, some people like to find a lot of Evening Ale buildings in Westgate, which is really the only place you can find them. You can find one here in the mines, which we did. Here, we're going to run back to... the mines has a ton of nests, too. I quit keeping track of nests in the mines, but... mines doesn't have the greatest ore distribution, but it's got enough tin and a good amount of copper, iron, and coal, and a ton of precious gems. So... And again, we didn't explore that bottom level, so there might be more gold or more of anything down there. We did find an acceptable amount of tin, and that's when we decided to proceed. I'll show you this Evening Ale room over here. You might not know about that, Fox, so we'll... Do you know about the Evening Ale kegs, the countertop Evening Ale kegs? So this is what I call an Evening Ale Inn. And you come in here, and some of these buildings you find countertop kegs on. If there's 2 of them, one of them usually has Evening Ale in it. And you see it's got 24 servings of Evening Ale. You can take a mug. You can sing and get your drinking buff. And the thing is, I haven't figured out the schedule on which or how you get them to refill, but they will refill. I don't know if you have to sleep in the same tile or sleep in a different tile or how that works exactly, but and they refill with a random number. Like the next time it fills, it might have 16, it might have 32, but Tyler says you do have to sleep in the area. That's good to know. Thank you, Tyler.
Bonon! Got gravel in his brain. His skull is full of pebbles and rocks and bricks and grass and grain. Nazon Bonon, you're headed for.
Ha! Zil
Seems to be every 4
Amzarabah.
days, but you weren't specifically counting. That would make sense, right? So you see these rocks back here. This building has spawned a little bit pushed into the walls, and since these aren't smooth walls, worked walls, or natural walls, the rocks are pushing through. The thing that really sucks is you come up here and it's pushed so far into the wall that you can't even get through here. You have to jump over. So, like I said, you could tear this building down and be really careful about it and not destroy this barrel. You could just take the whole top floor off of it and then reconfigure these stairs. You could have the stairs start back here and you could fix all that, but some people aren't up for that challenge, which I don't blame them for, because it can be nerve-wracking. Alright, we'll head back to the Elven Quarter and scan those nests again really quick. There's one up there. Feathers.
Over there. What is that?
So we're gonna add a feather nest. Yep. It's a free beer hack. There's another feather nest, so we'll add 2 feather nests. No, there's no shortcut for it. No, you just got to open the map and put your character where you want to mark the map at, and then open the map and mark your location. And there's another egg, so we're gonna add 2 feathers and 1 egg so far. And that looks to be it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's run over there. Oh, there's some eggs. So 2 feathers, 2 eggs. 3 feathers, 2 eggs. I think that's feathers too. We're gonna have to climb up there to double check. Or, you know, we could use free cam. Feathers. So, sorry, was that 3 or 4 feathers? I think it was 4, right? 4 feathers, 2 eggs. All right, so we already had 1 feather, so we're gonna do 5 feathers, 3 eggs. Yeah, I'd rather have 4 eggs too.
quiet. I see prey ahead.
The seed we scouted before this, for anybody that missed it, had a cranberry room with 5 nests in it, which was pretty awesome. But there was a statue right here. I don't remember where the unrepairable statue was in that world, but it also had a bear nest right in front of Narvi's Forge. That's a no-go. Here's the unrepairable statue in this world, but it can be built around, so no big deal. And here's the Cranberry Grotto, the nestless Cranberry Grotto, which is sad. But it is what it is. And there's 2 ore veins in every Cranberry Grotto, and these happen to both be coal, but that's not terrible either. So not bad for my purposes. Depends on what your own purposes are. All right, we're going to jump into another seed, folks. Somebody give me a seed number. We're gonna rename this to Is everybody else just going to sit back and let Tyler create chaos? Oh yeah, Cal had one. We'll do Cal's. Sorry, Tyler. We already did 2 of yours. Cal's is 563-11069. 563-11069. Create campaign. I've watched Fox's streams. I know she's capable of chaos too. And that's okay. I'm here for chaos, but it's Cal's turn.
Azim, LotR Sharzuru.
Yeah, I've had 3 King Stinks before. I think I've had 4, as many as 4 in one Westgate. And I've had in one tile, or just in Westgate. Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 in one tile before.
Ahi idshuk takfa baldan, zil saksaf vikahali rukinas.
Did you get double chaos on Fridays, Cal?
Morikma ugid iras.
Talk.
Are you from our camp?
And the winds. I am Arik, son of Arik. Yours is the
Double the people, triple the chaos. Fair.
Wolves! Track 'em down! Watch their shit. We'll kill him for your boss. Not yet, fool!
There's a nest over there.
Town needs
Feathers.
to prepare.
What do we got? 1, 2, 3,
Wolf flesh.
4 cranberries.
Wait for my ship.
King's Brew. We'll double check up here just to make sure we didn't miss a nest, but I don't think so. Still hoping to someday find a seed where the Cranberry Room underworld links to the bottom of the Elven Quarter lakes. Those are terms I'm unfamiliar with, Thunder. So you're talking in Sandbox? And you want them... So the Elven rooms that have the mines that go into the floor, like the mineable areas that go into the floor, you want those to connect to the Cranberry Grotto? I have bad news for you. That's not going to happen. Those, even when you have two of those elven pillar rooms that connect with each other with a big opening between them, the underworld part of those rooms don't connect like the upper parts do. So it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is.
There's no
Be the way it be.
west, no way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cursed runes in Moria.
Sprouts, welcome back.
Our path, then, must go east.
Long journey. You must prepare. Up here, at that old
Eggs?
dwarven camp.
You are right. It is time to
Feathers.
find shelter before making our way further.
I will scout ahead. Stay alive.
With luck, we will exit the Dimril Gate. For now, we must face the long dark of Moria.
So we got 1 egg, 1 feather. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4 cranberries. Welcome back, Kel. No, in campaign, the Cranberry Room has a glitch to get under the map. Then you can explore down there. In the Elven Quarter, there's gaps under the ground filled with water. Interesting. I've never experienced that.
Hakshan Mutsakil Balinu. Dadan Bidnun. Mukna Mandurino Zima. Neha Zil Askifia Dogo.
Oh, sorry. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I just realized what time it was. We'll get Westgate explored here, and then I'm gonna have to jump off. Acceptable location for that statue. Okay.
These shadow vents are almost as bad as those cursed runes.
Got a forge in here, that's not bad. Iron, iron, and iron. Okay. Connected to the Cranberry Grotto. Yep. With the gazebo in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cranberry patches. We got a nest over there. We got a nest over there. He is extremely efficient. Until you fall with these speed boots on, that's not very efficient. Alright, we got 2 nests. Not spectacular, but still, not a deal breaker. And we've got coal down there. And we've got iron up here, so there's the 2 ore possibilities in here. Alright. Sorry, we got... Ooh, could we be lucky enough to have 2 egg nests? If there's going to be 2 nests, can they both be eggs? We do. Nice. Okay, let's mark our map. Coal. Iron. Cranberries times 6. Eggs times 2. And it's a dead end. That's a pretty decent, that's a solid cranberry room. And especially when it's connected to this room, because this room is always fun to make a little base in. Ooh, we got an evening ale in. This is a nice set of tiles. Ah, except there's no evening ale barrel in here. Damn it. Still, you can put a brew kettle in here. And we got a King's Brew. King's Brew. Evening ale in minus evening ale. You can just grow what you need, but in the early game, if you're not setting up a big farming area, if you're just running around collecting the stuff, cranberries are important. You need a lot of cranberries. So if you can grow cranberries on top of being able to harvest cranberries naturally, That's always a good thing. Cranberries are for breakfast. Cranberries are for cram. Cranberries are for evening ale. So you got a lot of that stuff. Got some farm boxes over here that are all in the sun. That's good. Attached to the west gate tile.
Hanfa da Shabror. Kusul ikrus.
Looking for nests in here. I don't know what you're talking about, Tyler. All right. I know I said we were stopping at Westgate, but everything's been too good so far. I have to know if this world is a bust.
Zahar Lindul Enut?
Oh, I wanted to look and see if there's nests back here in this room. There's one nest up there. Eggs. Two things I love more, Jubo: wall torches and spears. There's a nest up there. Here's the bear nest. This isn't great, but it's not a deal breaker. Considering how great Westgate was, that's not a deal breaker.
Isengard was better than this black pit. Yeah. This is all we got now. Hateful men won't have us. Who would choose to live here? Not enough meat. Too many orcs. All get bold. All of them.
Over there! What is that?
There's nest. No, you won't find anything besides iron and coal in the Elven Quarter. You don't get anything besides iron and coal until you get to the mines.
No, and I'll keep it that way. Maybe the orcs kill her.
Okay.
Maybe we can get into the old mines. Find a way back onto Durin's highway from there.
I told you Jubo would take care of you, Fox.
The mines of Moria. What
Evening
a
ale
shame
building
to have
with
left all
evening
this
ale.
ore behind.
Blocked again. That's okay, though. We'll just have a jump down here.
We got orcs. Arbu Hakshan Palinur.
Bye, Spaco. 2 nests, 3 nests. Precious gems. Copper. Iron. Iron. Gold. Farmhouse. Four oats, 3 oats, 4 oats. Copper.
Atir Zahur. Takva Kazadum.
Copper, iron.
I'm done patrolling. It's time to eat.
Oats. Precious gems. Copper. Iron. Who's the con? 10. I've seen all I need to see, folks. All right, folks, that's going to have to be it for today. Got to go help my daughter with something. Then we've got an event we need to get to. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll look and see if there's anybody to raid real quick. And we will see you Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Time with Jubo.
Why'd I gotta do this?
I don't think we're going to raid Nutty. That's the only person I'm following that's doing anything. Same category. All right, there's somebody that's been up playing Moria for 34 minutes. Oh, where'd they go? And they've got 2 viewers. We'll go take everybody over there. All right, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you soon. It's been fun.